3, 2, 1.
Light them up.
I'm Paul.
This is Buck.
This is the Paul and Buck Show.
Hey, the big bucking deal. Hear us. Download the latest app at paulandbuckshow.podbean.com. Hey guys, we're back. Have Paul, Buck.
Sitting in here.
Paul and Buck Show.
I made it.
Big bucking deal. Hey, yeah, so...
I've been out, man.
So I put a little update saying that we were man down.
Man down, yeah, I've been man down. But I tell you what, all this time that I've been doing these podcasts, I've been doing it with a cracked tooth, like all the way up.
Oh.
And and so I got like this headache coming over me like a freaking storm, and I would still come in here no matter what. And then it finally put me down about 3 weeks ago. And man, I couldn't stand to even go anywhere because that headache would kill. So.
They get the pliers out?
They did, man. I could have just done it with my own needle nose.
Hey, we would charge you half price.
Stainless steel, that's all it was. I'm like, God damn.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's probably, oh, you need a root canal now. Pull the son of a bitch out. It'd be cheaper.
He pulled out some special stuff, and at the very end, he finally pulls out my needle nose pliers, And so he finally did that, and man, I swear, man, the sky was blue. So I've been out for a little bit because of that.
Did you get a whiff of nitrous?
Nah, man, they wouldn't give it to me, man. I was like, hey, do you got nitrous out there? The regular kind.
Well,
they're like, no, we don't do that no more.
You got a medical record of addiction?
Yeah.
No nitrous for you?
125 shot, 175.
Yeah, you get some good stuff.
We had plenty, but the sulfur would have been pretty rough.
Yeah, we got some sulfur-based stuff that probably wouldn't have.
Yeah. So anyway, I did that, and then I've been doing I've been doing some artwork for a lot of stuff in Taylor. Oscar's pretty busy out there setting up events and doing what he does with that. Yeah,
Oscar. Yeah, by the way, so that's one thing that's gonna be coming up. Or I guess next Friday.
This Friday he set up the park and hang at the old Taylor High School, and we didn't do it to just friends and neighbors. It's public on Facebook, so anybody can see it. That's for Friday from 6 to whenever. Bring your lawn chairs. You know how the place goes. If I've been there, they've got booze and food and whatever you want. They're even gonna have a band there playing. So
really,
yeah. And all the traditional cars, they get to park on the grass, and everybody else
at the old high school.
At the old high school, yeah.
In Taylor.
Yeah. So I did the flyer for that, and it took off pretty good. And then Saturday morning, he's gonna have the traditional swap meet that he's been having since last year. And so everybody's going to round up there about 7 o'clock. So you've been there a few times, so it's classic. Yeah. But anybody's open to show up. We kind of mixed in vintage bikes just because you can ride downtown. And so we started bringing in some 40s through 60s, cool stuff. And it picked up. We can't believe how many people actually have bikes that you wouldn't think would still, kind of like a closet thing,
Right.
Oh, you have a bike. Oh, hey, I do too, and then next thing you know, it turned into, about 20 guys showing up. So that's what we're going to do Saturday morning, and trying to mix it in, man, at the same time with drag racing. So
that's it.
Here we go.
I mean, so you've been doing that. Like I said, we've been busy.
Yeah.
I mean, surprisingly, yes, I've been busy too. So I mean,
you handle all the drag racing coverage event.
Well, I attempted to. I mean, I think we made we did
these
go out
are
there.
These are main connections.
Yeah, these are
to
the
all
main
the events.
connections.
So you're looking at them.
Yeah. So so of course the last event was the Sunday race which was April 30th, I think, right? So that was when. That's what we're here for. Where we can get an update and
Which
some
events
other
are
races.
those? Which event was that? What is that one called?
That was the. I guess it was a Top Gun.
Top Gun.
It was the Big Sleepy race.
Big Sleepy, right.
It was just strictly Top Gun, right?
It was a reschedule.
It was a reschedule,
yeah,
that's right.
it
It was a reschedule from the
now.
beginning of April.
It was just a big sleepy race,
Right.
A Top Gun deal, just to see kind of how many cars was going to show up, and then they had a quick 8.
That's right. So
Now, there's a few cars that I had not seen show up to that event before.
Well,
They had 2 drag radio cars, I believe, that were running in there. One of them did pretty good, the purple car, and then
purple. Cords. Well, there was Cords car. Cords car was running.
The Kraken was in there.
Oh yeah,
Kraken
he was there, and then
Yeah.
there was the gentleman
Now
we talked
that
about
would
the
have
other
been
day.
in the quick 8 class.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, but there was the other gentleman that we talked about, Decker.
Don
Decker.
Donnie.
He popped
Don
out
Decker,
of there.
yeah.
Donnie hadn't been.
Yeah. I had
Man,
not seen Donnie since
Donnie.
the Super Shop days.
Yeah, that was.
Didn't you run it? I thought I seen him get
He was
paired
the
up
one
with
that
you.
has that Mustang.
Yeah,
the Mustang with the
4i.
4i, we had a different colored door.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It was
Yeah,
red.
it was
and
red.
Something else.
It was red,
I
and
don't
it,
remember if we
black.
ran it
Yeah,
or not.
red and black.
I think you did run.
Yeah,
one.
there's a video. There's a video.
I think it wasn't an elimination. I think it was just
Yeah.
a pass. I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've slept since then.
I have too, and stayed
Lack
up
of sleep.
36 hours, and
Said Tom.
Well, I gotta talk about all that. Where
you don't
been.
even know how I got home.
Yeah. I don't know how you got over.
How's the truck? Have you cleaned it? How's your
Yeah,
tires?
yeah,
Yeah.
We polished it.
yeah. It's been in the box probably more than it's been on. Well, it has been in the box more than it's been on track. So
Yeah.
And then we're also gonna plug you in. You're gonna do something. That turquoise car of yours. You're gonna bring it out. Do you want to let the?
That's
let-
what
let
I've been
the
working
dogs
on,
out? You working on that?
Oh yeah, it'll be out June.
Okay.
The 55 will. So there you go.
So not the Camaro yet, but you're gonna
No,
bring out the.
no. Well, I
55.
can't get the Camaro, so it ain't gonna be out.
Oh, that's true.
It's halfway to Little River.
It's
right
close.
around the
It's
corner.
closer.
So.
It's not in Huddle, right?
It's
five minutes from
like I said, yeah, it's no, you know,
Yeah.
Jay's, I mean, it said Jay's is getting some work done. So, again, that LS motor took a back,
Backseat.
going in the back seat, so everything's been put back into 55. So anyway,
Okay. And you won a class.
so
Is that nice
going
little car?
going to that event back in April 30th,
Mm-hmm.
right? It was a Sunday, but man, it was slam. It was good. It was a lot of people
Right.
there. It was nice, and I think they ran pretty good. They ran the event. Boom, it was
Man,
done at a
in
decent
and
time.
out done.
So that was good. Shout out to those guys. But so yeah, so how many cars were in that Top Gun class?
20.
It was 20.
Yeah. It was 20.
20 cars. Okay. And
Again, for those who don't listen,
Right.
What are the class rules for Top Gun?
honestly,
Class rules,
it's
Top
cap.
Gun,
It's a cap.
class,
It's a cap class.
560.
So I don't think there was really no other rules than that.
No chassis.
Invite only.
Yeah, no chassis cars. It was invite.
It's an invite only deal. No
So
chassis.
and no chassis cars, invite only. Really, that was the only
Big
stipulation.
tire, small tire, you can run whatever.
Yeah, it was
you
big
want.
tire, small tire, whatever it was.
Yeah.
And I think it was pretty much you ran it and they were monitoring it. I guess
Okay.
because obviously it was a cap, it was an index race.
Right.
You couldn't go over. I guess that was the only rules.
That's it. Don't go faster than 560.
There it is. So it was a 560 cap. So 20 cars, and this was all on that Sunday, right? I mean, they pushed all those cars that Sunday,
Oh yeah.
and
So
they were
that-
running like a quick 8.2.
So that was the little deal that Clark said not too long ago. Hey, I might as well go to Little Hitters with some spray.
I think
Is that
he
what
did.
was saying? Is
I
that
don't know what he was.
saying?
I don't, you know,
I
he was
thought
saying he was
referring-
talking about the 6.0 guys. Go
Yeah,
ahead, just spray it and do the
Yeah.
whatever.
Might as well jump in, go to the faster. Yeah.
Whatever. I don't know. Yeah, so he was. I don't know.
He's
He
just-
posts every damn day like
Oh, he's
50
got some
times. So
stuff.
I don't know. You
I
know.
always tell him he don't work. All he does is play on Facebook.
I just told him I can't see
fishing
his
now.
post for violence and nudity. He starts laughing because
Yeah, there's some.
it was all fishing, man. But I was
There's
like, hey,
some,
man,
there's
that's
some
violence
stuff on
right
there.
there.
He posts like, whoa, okay,
Yeah.
don't let your kids watch.
But hey, his event's pretty good. I mean, it's
No, like I said,
it's
yeah,
bringing a lot of
Big
cool
Sleepy
stuff.
and
It's real
Clark
good. I mean,
and
it's
them,
not
you
pretty
know.
good. It's really good. Yeah.
So kind of going back to the Top Gun.
Okay.
How is it going to move forward? I mean, do you know any insight? Was anything going to be?
Yeah.
Were they going to like? There was some posts saying that hey, this is going to be it. You know, no more and blah blah
Well,
blah.
I
You know,
guess
so I don't,
there was some things that I didn't know that went on at that last
outside
race.
of the
Some people got in that shouldn't have been in the class, and
Is it faster or just
I guess some people. Yes,
okay?
the car shouldn't.
Usually, right? That's what
They're
it is.
too fast.
Yeah.
So there was, I guess, some talk that there was people in the class that shouldn't have been in the class right off the bat.
okay.
And so he said this is going to be a one-time deal only. These
Right.
guys are only going to be in here this time, but the next race will be a bar none fade all. It's going to be invitation. These
Right.
cars won't be in that
Okay.
class.
Okay.
And I think right now they've got 32 guaranteed
Wow.
coming.
Pretty good.
Did y'all have to do a deposit? Is that
Not on
they
the
did
Top
it?
Gun.
Not on Top Gun. That was only Little Hitters. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's kind of go in. So that event, 20 cars. You ran through the competitors, right? So you ended up winning the event, right?
Yep.
All day. How many rounds you go?
Oh, I don't know, 4 or 5 rounds.
or 5 rounds. Well, man, I mean, 20 cars.
Yeah, 5 rounds.
Yeah.
5 rounds.
So
I got to buy to the final. So
it's always good to be the odd one in. So now, fantastic. You won the money. You ended up kind of going through and splitting the pot.
I did.
Okay, which is good. You know, it's that's a professional sportsman,
Right.
You know, that's what
Guaranteed money.
Guaranteed money, exactly.
I'm going to walk home. With
You're gonna walk home with
So
something.
explain to us what went on throughout the race. If it's even allowed to explain in detail somehow, to extent.
Just roll in there, like I said, for people who wasn't
Yeah,
there.
why splitting the pot? What's going on with that? Is it set up already like that? Was there an
No,
issue?
that's
It
usually a
doesn't
mutual.
go-
That's a
Yeah,
mutual
it's a
thing.
mutual
It's
agreement.
normally winner take all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's normally a winner take all deal. There's no
Right.
second place. And you know, I was raised around bracket racing.
Yeah.
And when you go to the finals, you always got with the guys. Hey, you want to do a 25-75 split or a 50-50 split or whatever? It's just
Courtesy.
It's just
Yeah, it's
good
just
to do
a
sometimes.
sportsmanship. I mean, granted, there's always that, if you're running somebody you don't like, well, that's a
Right.
different story. But I mean, usually, you always
Right.
know somebody. I mean, it's one of those deals too, when this was like in the middle of the evening, usually when it's like late night, tracks kind of sketchy, they're like, oh, okay, let's just save the cars, split
Right.
the pot, whatever. But obviously, like I said, that was just a mutual agreement between him and the other driver, which is, there's nothing wrong with that. But again, if you're running somebody that
Right. That it's
we're gonna cut his head off, right? We're gonna
grudge
take him out.
match
You're
within
gonna try
the
to win
race.
it. You're gonna try to win it.
Yeah.
Which like my dad's gonna say, "What the fuck you split the pot for?"
That's what my wife said.
Come on, man.
So, but at the end of the day, it's like it comes down to, like I said, an agreement. So
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with that. But so got that next event, right? The next event coming up, which is
Second to third.
June the 2nd and 3rd.
Yep.
All right. So now, to everybody here, right? So there's a race on Friday night.
Yep.
And what's that? Is that what is that? Invitation? Is that what's that? The
They're
jackpot
just
race?
like shootouts for the
Shootouts.
classes.
So
Like,
it's like a
quick
jackpot.
eights and
There's
stuff like
There's
that.
2 quick 8 for
Okay.
Top Gun shootouts, and I think there's 1 or 2 for little hitters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They broke it up in 2 or something like that for little hitters.
I think they started with 8 and they filled it up and they're like, well, let's go ahead
Split
and
it.
start another one.
Wow.
So that's Friday.
Basically, it's a testing session. Plus
But I mean, it's a jackpot. Y'all got to throw money in there, right? It's
Yeah.
like a
Yeah.
jackpot race, right?
it's a
For
50
Friday?
I think it's
Friday
a
night.
$50 person winner take all deal.
Saturday's 32. That's like a crap load of cars in both classes. So
Gonna be a long night, early morning,
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, that's a lot of cars. That's what I'm saying.
But I mean,
this event's good for that many cars.
I mean,
that's-
if you look
Yeah.
at some
that
of the
class.
competitors that it brought out, I mean, you're like, who's this? Who? Okay, so I mean, you bring the money. What's the pot to win in Top Gun?
I think it's
And
five-
Saturday,
I think it's 5,000.
and then little hitters.
7 plus.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
So, I mean, right there, dude.
Yeah.
That's all you. I
Be
mean,
able to do it at home is a lot better.
yeah, but it's just compared to driving up to XRP or Wichita Falls, right?
Yeah.
now this is just
You
a
know, Thomas
question.
don't give a shit. He'll
Wichita
drive
where? Because I think we were lost.
We were 100 miles from
Wichita
nowhere.
up yonder.
you. You're way out of the way, but.
So
But like I
what,
said-
so what are we going to see at that event? If you're running Top Gun and then you got little hitters, are you able to get in on both classes?
No.
You got to stay put.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good question. Yeah.
I mean, I'm
Top-
just saying
Top
because
Gun can't-
you can turn it up if your car
Top
can
Gun
do
can
it.
run little hitters if they wanted to, but
Yeah.
little hitters can't run a Top Gun.
Is that right? Well, I mean, it makes
Oh,
sense.
okay, so
Well,
that's what I'm
yeah,
saying. That's what.
Yeah, 'cause I mean-
It's a
should be-
faster
'Cause
class
plus,
trying to go
plus,
up to
you know,
us.
because like the whole point of the thing is the clocks are not on,
Yeah.
so you don't.
Right.
So, but that's a good question because like people who doesn't know and who
Yeah.
listens to the podcast.
Like I would feel bad to go down because knowing the car's fast. I mean, but going up. yeah,
But
it's
dude,
probably
people
a
do
challenge.
that though. People
I
already
know,
people
yeah,
already
they
locked
do.
into the Top Guns and knowing
Everybody's looking for a duck.
everybody. The rules are like you ain't supposed to turn the clocks on every past 2 years or 1 year, whatever it is. But there's cars and you're like, dude,
We just seen it.
yeah,
Yeah.
you're running this. It is what it is. Maybe that's what you're referring to. Maybe people were,
Yeah.
copping an
Well,
attitude.
there was some people down there that sandbagging and we know it.
Yeah. So
I ran him in the final, one of them,
there you go.
and
Boom, boom,
he's
bam.
not in the class no more.
Oh,
He's in the class with a different car now. So,
Oh, I didn't know that.
yep, Garbs.
He's got it. I
He
didn't
got
know
kicked out in the 57, but he's in with his Nova now.
55.
the 55. Yeah, the
55.
55. Yeah. Oh yeah, he did have that. That's the one you did. That's the one you did the front half
Okay.
on.
Yeah.
That red one, right?
Yeah, because he ran me in the final and went like a 57.
There you go. But it didn't matter. He was legging out because he was getting cheap money anyway, so he's gonna get
right.
split the pie.
Yeah.
So again, shout out to Big Sleepy, Clarkson, whatever. Boogie Nights.
AKA Antonio.
AKA
AKA
Boogie man, we don't know your
Boogie.
name, bro.
Boogie-
So if you go somewhere, man,
Boogie
we
9000.
don't know where you are. That dude.
So,
That's how we know.
I mean, hype man, whatever you want to call him, hype man. That's what he is. He
Fishing
hypes
dude.
it up, fishing dude. And Big Sleepy, it's come a long way because there was always that they mentioned like that race has come a long way from when it started. I guess 5-6 years ago, whatever it was. So.
Right.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like people, when we talked about it, people have cars that didn't fit in X. They don't have deep pockets to go run, pro, all this. This gives you the people who have cars that have been sitting in the garage for the past couple of years. Like,
And by invite, it just makes it a
Yeah.
lot more easier for you to. Well, you feel
It's
better.
close racing.
You feel better that you were invited, and to know that there's somebody else that got invited in your cars.
Right.
You probably know the cars already, but sometimes, like you were saying, there's gonna be a car that's like, what is that? How did he get in here? You
Right.
know what I mean? You
Yeah.
already know, but
like
lesson learned. They'll realize it the next.
there
time
was a
they're in
few
there.
other guys like Decker. I mean, Decker. Yeah, it's been 20 years since I've seen him in that car. 'Cause
But his car
he used to be the stick shift king, or he used to be the shift. He's run like 10 O's with the.
He would.
with the,
He
with
would. I
the
tell you
shift.
what. When he'd show up out on
standard.
the street, he would show up and he had that grin, because he was running 10s, and not every Mustang out there was doing that.
Yeah, he was banging.
So when
with
he'd
a
come
4-speed or
out, he's like,
5-speed.
"Hey, I run 10s," and I remember somebody said, "Oh man, you're gonna go get another junk camera?" He goes, "Hey, if that's what I got to do, then I'll just put another one in there." But guaranteed, I think he was carbureted. He wasn't feeling.
Yeah, he was
good, but-
carbureted, yeah.
But he's stiff competition.
Yeah.
Even back then. So
Yeah, back then,
for,
so-
for me to see him at the track, and he was gonna run with some of you guys that are, y'all got a lot of seat time. Hey,
Yeah.
it was pretty interesting to see that, and I can't wait to bring him on. They did contact, I think, his son or
Oh yeah.
or nephew, somebody, and
Okay.
I guess I'm gonna have to reach back out.
Yeah, reach back out to him.
and see if he'll get
So
on.
like I said, the other car was Cord Clark.
Cord. Wow. So he was there. I didn't see the video.
Yeah, he was there. He was there.
Ford was
And
there,
Tovar,
and Tovar was
Tovar. Yeah, there was a handful. Man, there was so many cars going by. It's like wow, and then
Thomas, when you walk by his Chevelle, what do you think? I mean, it's clean, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you like a clean. I mean,
It's always
Yeah.
been clean.
it's always. Been
I mean, it's a
clean,
show
yeah.
car winning clean. I mean, it's like, damn.
Yeah. Like I said, and it's granted, they just got it back running again. They're
Mm-hmm.
probably working bugs out, or maybe not. But I don't know if they ran too fast or what. I don't know. But I think I just seen it make one pass. I don't know. Might have missed the other passes, but everybody was flying, man. I mean, everybody was flying in that class. I mean, running good, and that was the thing. It was good racing. It was good. Like
It was a good track.
Right.
like
Yeah.
I mean, brings up another point. So okay, that event, the surface was
Good.
It was
Real
it was good. Okay. With that being said, right, then this next event, right, it should be even better, right?
Should be.
should be.
Right? I mean, with the equipment they have, and then with somebody from another track coming down, right?
Yeah, they got TJ coming from the Motorplex.
TJ from the Motorplex.
It's coming.
Ennis, he's gonna come be prepping the track Friday and Saturday.
I think so. And then they profiled the track
I seen
on the
that.
starting line.
They
Trying to
had
help
it decked and
60
smooth, and
Yep.
Yep.
so it's gonna be smooth. Did they do the whole surface like 100 foot, 203?
60 foot.
60.
Was it bad?
They said it wasn't unflat. He said it was actually one of the flatter tracks they did. Just
Okay.
it needed to put teeth in it to hold the rubber.
It's too smooth.
So there's some extra bite.
So they said it shouldn't be any.
There's gonna be some cars pulling some wheelies.
Well, yeah.
I
Underestimated.
didn't have a problem with it.
Yeah, Jake. Well, put the two-step a little higher next time. Let's go.
Well,
Rock
what is
and roll.
what is the name of your what do you go by on Facebook, Jay's?
JJ.
custom chassis.
Oh, what is
so
it?
he's a chassis shop. So obviously, if he goes up an inch or two, he's gonna do something.
So
I don't know. Thomas, I like to see Thomas because
He
he
better
does.
not knock the tires off, right?
Yeah, exactly. Because I'm over here like,
And I've already done some work on the front.
If I ever
Trying
get some
to
pocket
take it down,
change,
so I won't do
you
that.
knock the tires off there, somebody could be talking.
Yeah.
No, so like I said, so yeah, going up on that, like I said, the event should be. I mean, it's gonna be a good race.
It's gonna be a good
It's gonna be a
race.
good race. So
Should be a fast race.
it should be a fast race. Now, well,
32 cars.
so like okay, little hitters. It's not capped, right? It's just whoever can get to the
Heads
finish line
up,
first
yep.
and put the power down. So, Dave, so last time you were in, you were working on your car. I think you did some upgrades. If you're willing to share what you did, if not, that's fine. But from the races you have raced, have you been feeling some progression, like
Yeah.
some improvements and personal bests and?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely improved. Changed the nitrous system up a little bit. We damaged it last year, so got it all fixed. And
So let's remind people again. What car do you have? Do you have a name? Do you call it something? Describe it, if you will, because
it
people.
gets called a lot of different things depending on how good or bad
that
it's
motherfucker
running.
fast.
What,
Is that motherfucker again?
what's the name? I mean, what you even have a name
No,
for it?
we don't.
No, so just call it. You got to put on it. No name, motherfucker. No name.
They have a Chevy. Is it Ford mixed with Chevy? Chevy mixed with Ford.
It's a hybrid.
Ford mixed with Chevy.
Yeah, Ford mix.
Yeah.
So what year is it?
It's a 93 Fox.
93
hatch.
Fox hatch. So Chevrolet power.
One of the most common names out there has always been a what is it? Horse with no name or some shit like that.
A pony, a Mustang,
or something. Yeah, that always changed it up. It's got a Chevy in it.
So okay, so yeah, some of the improvements, right? You made some races. Have you had some good races? Events you ran, you've gone some rounds, boom, boom.
Not really. We just kind of end up testing at the
Testing.
events.
Okay, yeah. So
And the last
it's
one
a
we
total
did-
new combination, right? So
Yeah.
you're just coming in kind of blind, doing some testing.
Big block, small block.
Big block.
Big block.
We were out
Small
chasing
big
the
block.
rain.
Yeah, the last
That's
event got
basically
rained
what
out.
we did.
Oh,
Yeah.
something was like, okay, we're gonna. Did you get any hits?
We ran a deal Friday night where we get 6 cars, I think.
Okay.
And then we was trying to enter a nitrous shootout Saturday that rained out.
Oh, it got rained out. That was the one in Ennis, right?
XRP.
XRP. Okay,
yeah.
gotcha. That was about a month ago. I don't even know shit.
Yeah, 3 weeks. Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So going on top of that, how you feel? I mean, some of the events coming up. I mean, it's gonna be
Yeah, I mean,
be
cars
competitor.
healthy.
It's healthy. It's ready.
Everything looks good, and so should be good.
Cool.
What
deal.
classes do you have planned to go and attend?
Like we're gonna run little hitters here,
Yeah, little hitters.
and then after that it's just kind of a toss up of what shows up on the map.
Okay.
Just like like no time. Nitrous
Yeah.
shootouts and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's popular. That's what's going on, man. I mean, that's what's.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't see like the events here locally. This is Big Sleepies, and I guess are they still having Burger Fest? I mean, I don't know.
Nope.
No. Okay. What other events? Anyway, so besides that, then they go up north, right? I mean,
Right, you have to drive up there,
you got
yeah.
to. I mean, some of those events, you got to do that.
I know these 3 guys that put on an event one time did a pretty good job. I don't know why we ain't done another one.
Oh yeah. That
I
one-
know why, and if
There where we stayed. Like
Yeah,
I
there-
stayed there real late, and I was
you were
wondering
there,
why.
you were there. I mean, it was a good turnout. That's a whole different story. We can get in a whole nother conversation about that shit. I know. And he asked.
I'm gonna leave it to Sleepy.
Yeah.
You get after it.
Well, I do. He made good strides if he got TJ coming down and convincing the owner to do this. That's a win.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a win, right? Because I'm sure it was it could have been a whole big old disagreement in some way. But anyway, so maybe sometime we'll think about it. If I have strength and energy, we can all do something again. But that'd be there's a whole different way we need to go around it though this next time around. So
I've been busy
you live and learn.
doing
You like
social media, so I could do social
you
media.
live and
for
learn.
sure.
It's like we won't do that again. So anyway, events coming up. You're gonna plan to do some no time, Big Sleepy, little hitters,
Radio,
Yep,
no prep,
radio. Nope, just radio.
just radios. Okay.
Yep.
radio time.
And what's your reason for just radios? Just
It's
as a
too
question.
hard to try to flop it back and forth.
Yeah,
You got,
okay. That's true.
We,
That
we
is
talked
true.
about it. It's the
Oh,
big
yeah.
major changes. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
we had the
hard.
conversation with Thomas about
Yeah,
that because
yeah.
he loves to take a challenge on.
Thomas likes to say, I'm gonna change it like
I
well,
can
it's
do
like
it.
the
Ain't
day
no
before
big
the event. It's like
Yeah.
Friday.
Or that.
Okay, we're gonna do it.
Friday at midnight.
Yeah, yeah, that's Thomas's whole
Oh,
deal.
yeah.
That's kind of like Wichita.
Yeah.
Yeah.
David calls and, are we going? Well, shit, I don't know. And we're supposed to be leaving an hour.
10 o'clock in the morning, meet at noon.
Yeah, that's Thomas's role. It's like I'm gonna change it, but
Yeah.
race is like in 8 hours, dude.
We're going to put radials back on for sleepies.
Oh
dude.
yeah, so,
Yeah.
So the whole, so you're
So,
gonna.
so this event,
So-
just from what I was reading, I only saw 2 cars on radio. That's from what I understood.
I think you'd be a fool to go out there on a slick this
because with,
Yeah. So good.
with the guy prepping the
Yeah,
track
yeah,
in which
yeah.
he's
because
So-
they're probably going to be prepping for radio.
Well, see, these
not
2
a-
guys that I saw on there, one of them's really good.
who I mean
The purple car, and then
Oh,
the green 50.
he was on
53.
slicks though, wasn't he?
Oh yeah,
And
Scott.
Oh,
they're,
Scott,
they
yeah.
both they're both known for
Scott
running
was on
good-
radio.
On good,
Scott was
yeah.
on radio,
So
yeah.
these guys, when they show up, I'm gonna use drag radios to do a what do they call it? Buzz the tower. I guess that's
Buzz the Tower, that's what it was. Yeah, Buzz the Tower. But I seen
So,
Scott like the
yeah.
first pass. He put a little bit too much, and he started he hit the tires.
Yeah.
But when he came back around, he made
corrected.
it down. So that was that was the other thing. He was running the Top Gun.
And I was surprised he put 275.
The 53. I thought he was
He don't run
the
that.
53 Chevy, the green. The
Oh.
he was running with
Scott
the guys.
Brown.
Scott
Yeah.
Brown, yeah.
yeah.
So so the Kraken. He was. I thought he was on slicks.
No, they asked him. I saw on one of the threads with Clark, and
That was
They
the
said that,
the event.
But you got to think that all started with the sun on the track, and as the sun went off the
got
track and
tight.
the track got tighter,
yeah.
They started
then
working.
you could make changes like
Yeah,
that.
the reason why they ran it early because it was on a Sunday. That's why they
Yeah.
started it.
Yeah.
So it is gonna be. So to Thomas's point, like I said, this event's gonna be a little different because, like I said, you got a guy prepping that's well known, prep, track prep guy, and now Little River's gonna be the neutral factor. Like if he can get it to bite, yeah, radios all day long. It's gonna be working.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be a hit or miss. you just have to go see what Friday does and see what it does and adjust for Saturday or something.
well, the track may change by one
Oh, yeah.
night to another.
I mean, it could. I mean, but if the temperature's like the same, if it hangs the same, if they start at the same time,
right?
because I mean they're gonna start in the evening, right?
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, it'll be late.
I'm
night.
sure it'll be 6, 7 o'clock.
So they're gonna start late. So the track will be tight. I mean, it's gonna be tight. I mean,
They're gonna
or
wait till the
I
sun
should-
gets off of it for sure.
Yeah, I would say that it'll be good enough. So, and being that that's all that's gonna go on the track is slick or radio cars. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty good. So.
Right.
Going back to looking at that event, I mean, it could be, I mean, it's kind of I say hit or miss, but when you start looking at, I'm just looking at time, because like you said, it can get delayed. It's that time of year that, some of the dew might say hitting on there like about midnight or something.
Yeah,
It's
that
gonna
dude,
be,
man, plays up.
because come Memorial Day weekend, that's when summertime starts hitting. It's gonna start getting hot.
Oh, it's here.
Yeah, it's gonna start getting hot. So it's just you just got to see, right? You got to play it. But if you can tune it, you can tune it, and you can win. So
Yeah.
I dig it.
So let me ask you guys. I'm gonna ask y'all some more of experience questions.
When do they get here?
It's for you, Dave.
Those dudes. Now, so you power adder. What do you like? What do you run? Always as a power adder.
If you were to choose right now, he's in A.
Yeah.
But
I'm in A.
Okay.
what
If
what,
I-
what
if
are you
I
gonna do
was
in
just-
your
nitrous.
project?
If I was to
No,
choose
you
something, it'd
nitrous.
be nitrous.
Okay.
Okay.
Now it's changing. Some of these guys are coming off the street, or some of these guys have made a quick name. They're going real good, but they're all turbo. You're starting to see a lot of turbo pop up on these little, invite. How do you guys feel about, setting up next to one of those guys and knowing that these guys have a little procedure going on at the line before they make their pass, and you're still with your traditional favorite power adder? How does that play in your mind? Do you feel like maybe one day you might change to it, or you're just like, I'm going to continue with my traditional type of small block, big block, and just keep hitting the button? Because some of these guys are getting fast with these little.
Well, they make a hit. They're soft, but they make a big time top end, right? Yeah.
And then they got controllers. They got controllers already on board. So
Well, you can't say you're never going to do anything because you don't know wherever it
Right.
goes.
so when you see the guy going off the line and you see that tire, controlling the wheel spin, in so many words, and you guys, how do you feel about that type of competition?
I mean, hopefully we're not looking at their tires.
Well, you won't, but I mean,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
to per se,
yeah,
how I
yeah.
explained.
Hopefully we're so far out front you don't see that rear tire.
Yeah, that's
But I mean, everything that they can do with the controllers, we have all the same with the nitrous.
yeah. You can control your
Yeah, that's
nitrous
true.
or so, but I mean, it does come down to, there's a procedure. It's all about. You set procedures, right? If you can knock them off the line, if you can treat the shit out of them, I mean, you got an advantage. I mean, because we talked about nitrous.
Don't let them screw up and go in first.
Yeah, because they're gonna play mind games with you.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like I said, nitrous cars, you're gonna 60 foot them. I mean, you're
Yeah.
gonna 60 foot them, and if you tree them, you can get ahead of them. Now, some of the beautiful things about some of these classes, like there's no rules about having a single stage of nitrous. Hey, why not have a double stage, man?
Right.
They got a fucking bang button, whatever.
they
you
do. Yeah, yeah.
Nitrous guys can
Scramble
have one
button,
too.
yeah.
So you can play those games, but to your point is that there's a lot of turbo cars out there, and they're fast.
I don't have a pocketbook for a turbo car.
Yeah, well,
I mean, that's a lot of money.
it is a lot of money because there's a lot of. I mean, when you look at it, only thing we're doing is filling up nitrous bottles. They got all. There's all kind of stuff on there. Wastegate.
Yeah, but most of them got nitrous on them now.
Yeah, you're right, and they do because it's just for spooling or
Cool it, yep.
or panic button. I don't know if that's what they use, but I mean, you pointed it out. I mean, that they're out there.
I
They're
asked the
winning.
questions
and
because somebody's going to listen.
We've
Go,
outran
"Uh-oh,
them
What do they
as
want to
many
say?"
times as they've outran us.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day,
it's
the
even.
ET is equivalent in the class. So if you're running a 5.0 deal, it doesn't really matter how you get there.
That's right.
It's just preference.
It's preference.
And one of the things I was saying is because when I'm looking at the list of the cars that are there, I can tell you I know which ones that are
turbo
that
or
are
nitrous.
pretty consistent. Every time they go somewhere, they're winning something. And then when I see a car like that, and then I see the love, now they're playing in your
Thomas-
field.
yeah, Thomas
I'm
was,
like, what is
Thomas
this guy
was number
gonna do?
one, and for whatever reason, like 2 days later, he's
Yeah.
number three. So who was number one that last time when you were three? Who
know.
they got number one on there? Was it turbo or nitrous car?
No, it's a nitrous, I think.
I don't even.
I
fucking
think
remember.
most of the little hitters is probably still nitrous.
Yeah,
think
most
so,
of them were.
yeah.
But there was a few. I saw 2 of them in there that were the
Yeah,
turbo.
I don't remember. So like,
Yeah.
Thomas always
pulled
makes
so
a
much.
list.
He put so much shit on there. Like I don't forget what he did. Like
Yeah.
he posted
Like
it.
every hour, he's
Yeah,
got
it's like,
something new on there.
yeah, it's like the same flower, but it's flipped around
Yeah.
a little bit.
Right.
Anyway,
What I think is interesting though, real quick, is that when I see a prep track like that and it's really good, that's where your truck shines because
Yeah.
you're set up for that and you've got the power to lock down with some of these faster cars and
It works good, and
yeah.
then every now and then we leave our
Make a-
head up our ass, and
make a wrong call or something. But
yeah, and we're like, "Fuck, that didn't work."
So how do you feel like when they're now at the track and they're next to you versus when you were
It
doing
don't
some
bother me.
it don't
Who's
matter. You're
beside
just
me.
like I'm just gonna run it, don't care at all, right?
We're
You
just
gotta have
like-
some kind of like
you just
I got you
race
back.
your own race.
You know who it is, and you're like, "We'll put a little more in it."
Yeah.
Okay.
Or if you think the track's gonna hold,
Yeah.
then we'll try that. But
It is a mind game because like with like JJ the boss, right? You were like playing with power, like you couldn't. But then I guess the last couple passes, JJ, you're like you can put some more because the track was coming around, right?
yeah,
I mean,
but
so it's all
now the left lane was better,
Oh, yeah, right.
and I guess whoever was in left lane ended up winning the night, didn't they?
those
Because
lane,
that right lane is where all the wrecks were, and
Yeah. So tuning and track. I mean, that's a big. You gotta know what the track's gonna hold. So
I mean,
you can
you're,
only put some power.
you're racing the track, so
Right.
And it goes back to power adder. I think my car was the one I raced in this last Top Gun deal. It was the only one that was in A.
Everybody else had some type of power.
Everybody
Right?
else had power adder of some sort.
And you're a small block, big block.
Small block.
Oh, there you go. I mean, it's all about setup, I always ask this because we've had enough shows over a period of time here that when we interview somebody, and I'll ask these questions so that the next time I've got you guys or somebody else, I kind of want to hear what you guys are thinking when that dude is there because that one guy that we've interviewed before, he's been out there at most tracks. He's done no prep, but whatever he's done, or prep, or some really badass track that really will slingshot you, right? And so when they stage against, say, a really good hook and small block car, and it's all motor, and there's no power, or you have a big block in yours, but it's a very lightweight truck. It's low to the ground. It runs straight. I kind of want to ask what goes through your head when you see this guy, or the next time that guy's here, I'll ask him, hey, what do you think about when you were now running prep and you hit one of the seniors that have been at the track and run real good? How do you come away with that? And sometimes they'll say, oh man, I can't believe I was hanging in there, or that I took the win, or I'll come back next time harder. That's what they say. So.
Yeah. So with the car, David's car, the Nova, you're gonna do some more of these events, right? You're gonna do
I'm gonna
Top
try
Gun.
to race it out this year
Yeah.
in all the Top Gun events, and then hopefully next year I'll have my truck done for the next year's deal. And then David will probably take over running it next year in Top Gun.
So the Nova's done in bracket. I mean, basically, or he's still gonna do bracket.
He's still bracket racing. So
So he
the
bracket.
bad thing is the bracket finals and the picnic are on the same weekend.
Oh.
So we're trying to figure out.
Flip
David's
coin.
thinking I'm just going to take the car in my trailer, and he's going to race the dragster at the bracket finals this
Okay.
year. He hadn't really made a decision. That's on him. If I miss it, I miss it.
Yeah.
That was just a chance that we were taking when we got in this class with this
Gotcha.
car.
Yeah.
What are the paths in bracket when he goes to them? That guy?
Oh, it don't pay out.
No,
Yeah.
just for fun. Then.
It's You might if you win, it might be $800
On a
$500.
weekly deal at Little River.
Yeah.
I mean, they pay upwards of $1 million.
Oh yeah.
At the
Yeah,
right race.
it feels
If you go to big-
like a
big
big,
race,
Yeah.
Yeah.
the big,
I
yeah.
mean, there's several 10,000, 100,000,
That's
250,000.
like the big flings, the spring
Yeah.
fling, $1 million, $500,000.
All the
They
SAT
do have
races.
big bracket races, but like locally, like division stuff. Yeah, I mean,
So you get to run all the controllers and all that stuff on the car.
Within reason.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Can't have any like dry shaft counters, anything like that.
Yeah, like you just have a simple delay,
Yeah.
throttle stop or something, if you're running that electronic class. But so yeah, brackets. We that's where we all started at, right? We all started bracket racing, man. So that's, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's fun, but
I think that's where they all should start.
yeah.
I don't think so. Let them sleep on the tree.
Well, I mean, to get the fundamentals
Sure.
of
Yeah,
drag
like
racing.
staging,
Understanding, yeah.
the
Yeah.
sportsmanship, this
Instead
and
of-
that, burnout,
Nowadays, I mean, even a teenager can just get a little app on their phone.
Yeah,
they start freaking.
Well, yeah, they
getting-
do it like a pro tree, or
Well,
a tree.
even in the racing, even
Yeah.
the what's it called? No Limit. That offers all kinds of.
Yeah.
I mean,
But like, so the fundamentals, like we Thomas is talking about, just like
Yeah.
knowing how to stage,
Oh, yeah.
courtesy
True.
staging,
Common
Not
courtesy.
pulling up
just-
there and staging on the back tire. And
yeah, just
you
that's what just to get the fundamentals.
'Cause that happens a lot.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. You get the guy and they go pat and then they got to stage 5 times and like, oh, what am I doing? So I mean, that's the point. It's just the fundamentals. Drag racing. Anybody can go down there and watch a tree and take off, but it's just a matter of sportsmanship, fundamentals, staging. Especially at Little River, where to turn off, don't turn off if you're in the right lane. Don't cut, shoot off to the first turn off and
that's
cut
true,
somebody
man.
off.
There's a lot of
Yeah,
that stuff
there's people
worries
been
me.
T-boned out there because of that. So
Yeah.
anyway, that's simple stuff like that.
Car starts getting warm. They don't pay attention to it.
You
Pay
get out
attention
there
now.
at night
Yeah.
and you don't know what's going on.
Right. There's people been going through the back door, or 'cause
Oh, yeah.
they don't know where the finish lines are, where the turns at.
Oh.
And that's the kid that got Mama's Challenger out on a Friday night.
Yeah, it went all the way out to the train tracks. almost.
Yeah.
And that's happened for. Anyway, so that's what you're referring to. So it's
Yeah.
just a matter of getting the fundamentals down.
True.
But ultimately, it comes down to, like you said, everybody started bracket racing. I mean, that's where we all started. And then you either get bored or you like it. People who've been doing it for 30 years and they still do it. And that's what they like doing. And some of us wanted to go faster, do some heads up stuff. That's just what it is. Like for us, like we started street racing. I should say, not street racing. You started street racing on the street, and then you moved to the track. But then
I
everything
did
that we
test
did,
too.
it was all bracket racing when we started back.
I would just
bracket
sneak
racing
in.
Legal street racing.
bracket
Yeah.
racing street
Yeah.
car, basically what it was. And, that's what it turned into. And good thing they still have it. but there's still people out there street racing. So,
Yeah, they're gonna do it. I mean, regardless. So, you know.
did you see that? So that one video you seen of that one old cat, and that old Vicky, that old sedan, he did that. And he
Oh,
went
yeah,
underneath
hit
that
that.
18-wheeler.
Oh man, that's blowing
So
up everywhere.
that's one thing that's you're like, okay, I understand smoking the tires, but man, dude,
Let off.
don't
You
get
need to
on
let
back
off.
into it again. So,
Yeah.
and you've been seeing a lot of those on like the TikTok video, like, oh, that, and it was, at first I thought that guy was like, he shot out that back passenger
Yeah.
window, I was like, whoa, but I guess he was okay, I don't know.
Nah, I think it was some freaking.
It was-
some freaking.
it was
The dice popped him a little too hard off the rear and shot him to that back seat. 'Cause he was asleep like a motherfucker.
He was like
Had a big old prints on his forehead. Like, ah, damn, that dude got hit hard.
Yeah, he was like a,
snoring. But they said he walked away. There's nothing wrong.
Okay,
With
that's
it. He
what
woke his
I
ass
didn't-
back up.
I'm sure when he woke up and he was in the back seat, he was like, "What the hell just happened?
Yeah, where,
How'd I get back here?"
I was driving.
That was crazy. I'm like,
Yeah.
man, that's just, the point being, like, yeah, you can go light the tires up every now and then, but man, just,
And that was apparently somebody had said.
yeah.
Well, apparently somebody said he had actually a Mustang set up on the car, so it wasn't like a,
like a Mustang 2 or
Axle
some kind
in
of,
front.
He
he managed to freaking.
it
curve
wasn't that. It's just
sucker.
when he got on the car, he just lost it. And he goosed it back in and shot him
Yeah.
back over to the
Yeah.
underneath the dang 18-wheeler. So it was funny.
Now,
Good thing.
now
he's all
you
right.
know why they shut it down on Congress and don't let them do burnouts and all that.
Did they have the cops there and all that stuff?
Oh
this past time?
yeah, they.
Oh,
I didn't go because I knew it.
Oh, at the roundup, during the roundup?
Yeah, they used to let them do burnouts
Yeah,
and
I didn't
all
like
that. Well,
Well, that was all
then it
because,
gets out of
probably because
hand.
of the takeover stuff. The guys doing the donuts in the intersection.
Oh,
That's anyway. So that's a whole different story.
Those guys are just getting worse, man.
Yeah.
When these little videos pop up now, more people are getting popped like a baseball game, man. They're just standing at the
And they
camera,
should.
and then they don't realize that it's not just on camera; it's actually coming at me,
Yeah.
and they go flying and they land or
They get what they deserve.
they do, man. I mean,
I'm
so
sorry.
yeah, and you're right.
You want to be dumb, you gotta be tough.
Yeah, you get you get
whose
stupid-
cars
you
had
get-
eyes? My girlfriend's. Yeah, okay. Don't
knock
ruin
the
your girlfriend.
axle off it. So this weekend, so you guys, let's go into your weekend
Yeah.
activities. What was the name of that event? Or was it just a?
In the park after dark
Yeah.
Okay, that was
with a
five.
number 5. Yeah.
number
Is that what it
5.
was?
That sounds
okay,
a little
yeah.
sketchy.
In the park.
Was it? It was after dark.
Oh,
So
Way after dark.
so
wow.
yeah. So you guys didn't get rolling until like 10 o'clock. I'm sorry to get the event started.
I think it was supposed to start at 9, and it
It
was.
got delayed, and
Yeah.
Oh man.
it was 10:30 before we even had a driver's meeting.
So is it secluded, or is it like
was
you
a-
can get busted any minute?
No,
or-
No, it was
track.
at Wichita
It was at,
Racetrack.
it was a
Okay.
race.
Oh,
it was
a
at a
track.
racetrack,
It was a
yeah.
track. So roll into a little bit. I mean, was it a good event? How many classes? How many classes did they have?
4 or 5.
4 or 5 classes.
Yeah.
And you guys were going to run 2 classes?
Yep.
Yeah. David got a bright idea that we were going to run 2 classes.
Did that morph into a good idea or not?
Well, it was having to make rounds quick and all that, but
Made you hustle, but it was okay.
Yeah.
So,
It
but it wasn't like back to back. It was like your class and then 2 classes down. And
There was 1 class in between them.
oh shit.
yeah.
So if
Wait,
you got
that's
a
kinda
bad
close.
draw, yeah.
Did you move up or you move down?
So
I tell you what, we spent a lot of money in entry fees.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, lost first round in both classes, bought back.
Oh, you bought
shit.
back.
And the buyback
Yeah.
was the same as the first buy-in. So, yeah, it
Well, that was
got
fun.
pretty crazy. But, I mean, why are you going to drive all that way,
If you're
go
not
out,
going to.
and then turn around and drive home?
I like that.
There
Oh,
ain't,
would have looked good
I like
on
that.
Saturday.
I like that logic, but
yeah.
I like the
Instead
logic.
of being home at 9 o'clock in the morning, we could have been home at
Midnight,
6
1
o'clock.
yeah.
So 2 classes. Of course, you bought back in.
And for everybody going to Wichita Falls, it ain't a turn around, drive back home racetrack.
Bring a sleeping bag.
Yeah. It won't happen again that way.
So first round bought back both classes. Was there stiff competition? I mean, what were some of the good hitters there? Were some pretty big hitters?
Jason Rank out of Kansas ended up winning it in small tire.
Yeah.
I mean, they had some fast cars
Yeah.
there, Moonshine and full-size trucks.
Which one's Moonshine?
Pearl White, old body style, Chevy.
Well, like an 88 model,
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, okay.
88, 98.
full size.
Pickup. Oh snap! Goddamn, good deal. So going into that stiff competition, you made a couple more rounds after the buyback. Did you go a couple more rounds?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Sweet. And was it a good hooking track, or was you taking power out? Was it
Well, it
well,
was
it's a no prep.
so? I mean,
So-
nothing was there.
And it was pour your own puddle, so it got better as the night went on, but 300 foot, 400 foot, it wasn't there.
Oh yeah.
And then they had a bad oil down, took them 2 hours to clean it up.
Yo.
Dew kind of set in there.
I bet there was some cussing going on. Ain't nothing you can do about that. But
So whoever won was by luck now at that point, because that was a lot of.
I mean, yeah, that's a good
They,
point.
they cleaned that left lane up
Yeah,
good. I mean, cars
the track
went down
hustled.
it
I mean, they got it clean.
Yeah.
So I mean,
And nice track. I mean,
that's the first time you ran there.
first time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, would you go back for any other event?
You're more prepared and a place to sleep and
Yeah.
stuff
How many
like
hours is it
that.
out there?
But 4 hours. I
Yeah,
mean,
4 and
maybe 4.5 on the way up there when the truck broke down.
Dude.
So
You know, believe it or not, man, going down to South
You
Texas.
said truck broke down.
yeah, it's
yeah,
forward.
it blew the.
Ford.
Yeah, there you go.
No.
It blew the fuel line off of the fuel filter and.
Really?
Oh yeah,
Pumped
I
all
bet
kinds
we
of
lost
diesel.
quarter tank of diesel.
Damn.
within half
How'd
a
you
mile.
know? I mean, how'd you know? I mean,
Gas gauge was
No.
just going to.
Oh no, it
You heard
shut.
boom.
Yeah, and it went reduce power, beep 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 beep, and all this shit. And I was
Slow
like,
down, bitch. Slow
I was
down.
like, man, it's still
Comes at
running.
you.
All the gauges are up.
Oh,
and
wow.
I look out and I said, "Is it smoking on your side? It's smoking on mine." And we
Oh,
we
shit.
finally get pulled over, open the hood, and I mean, there's smoke rolling out of it.
Diesel
And-
everywhere.
No
Yeah.
shit.
Diesel running on the ground, down in front of the truck, all over the trailer, all over the truck.
Shit.
Oh crap, dude.
So
Well, that was a fun, exciting. So that was on the way, like.
that
early.
was just
Between-
outside of Waco.
Between West and Hillsboro.
Oh, there you go.
So what'd you do? You
Yeah.
just plugged it right back in and.
So you're on
Plugged it in
35?
and got a zip tie on it, and we hauled ass.
Started up, checked it, and rolled on down the
I
road.
told David, if it catches on fire, grab what you can and get out.
Pray to baby Jesus with
Yeah,
No
because it
shit.
smelled like diesel all the
God
way there.
damn.
Oh,
Y'all
yeah.
headaches, fall asleep.
Oh,
No wonder
yeah,
y'all
it
fall
was-
asleep.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Well, that was fun, exciting. That ought to be like, let's turn this sucker around.
Dr. Pepper tastes like shit.
Hey, we had plenty of zip ties.
Oh, shit.
damn.
So, got that fixed. You made it down to the track already kind of halfway pissed off, right? And then,
Oh yeah.
so, God, man. I'm assuming on the way back, were y'all praying too? Like, holy shit. Because he called me at 6:30 in the morning. I just got to bed at 2:30. And he's like, we're coming to the wake. I'm like, God damn. I mean, I was kind of awake, but I wasn't.
Yeah.
So he didn't. You know, I was like, you guys made it home. Y'all guys were still had a 2 hour or so drive.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, he.
Had to stop and get out of the truck a couple of times.
I bet I smelled something when I drove up or down. Just messing
Yeah.
with you. I did not.
You might have.
Probably smelled it.
Who are these goddamn ones? They're getting
so,
high in there.
so
man.
that was fun, and
Oh,
exciting.
special
So
shit. Yeah.
at least you guys made it home,
Yeah.
and I guess were you even thinking? You're so damn tired, you weren't probably even thinking about it. Like, I hope it don't pop off again or something.
Oh no, we good old zip ties ain't. It wasn't
He
good.
died. He just don't know he came back.
Well, he
Yeah.
probably-
Hey,
He was
the
a
zip tie is still on the
toxic-
truck right now.
Goddamn.
He had it on probably on autopilot too. you know.
Something.
That's that's funny.
I don't know what's worse, that or carrying a little gallon of lawnmower fuel in the back just to get home. Oh,
Man,
jeez.
you probably have to have a go find a tractor over somewhere in the field, like and get some green diesel.
That's crazy.
Oh shit. Well, at least but when you filled up, you had to fill up obviously like quarter tank. I mean, like the fucking
Oh,
load shit
yeah.
of diesel on the road. Fuck.
Yeah, pulled over, filled up, and kept on rolling.
Hey.
Damn. So
that-
there's more money.
Couldn't find a
Dedicated.
car wash.
More money
Cleaned
into
it
the
up.
pocket.
I bet you're looking for one. You know that's.
Oh, do you know Thomas?
Oh, I know.
Man,
I know.
He took his trailer all the way there and all the way home. He probably scrubbed it the day he got
Well,
home.
yeah. I called him yesterday. That's what he was doing.
Well, I was trying to get that diesel smell out.
Oh, And the bad thing was you going down the road and you wouldn't smell it, and you're like, did it go away or are we used to it? You
Yeah,
jump out,
you-
come back in.
yeah.
Oh.
Oh, you got immune to it.
Damn.
Yeah.
Like, why do I got that headache? Well, shit. So everybody people parking at the track, like, what's that smell?
Yeah.
What's that
What the
shit?
hell?
What's that smell?
Did you bring
That's how we
race
keep-
fuel? What
that's
the
how we
hell?
keep 'em away.
Yeah. Well, see, at least you made it back. Like I said, that sucks. But I mean, hey, it happens. At least you prepared. The moral of the story is keep zip ties in your trailer. All the
Yeah.
time. Zip ties.
Lots of zip ties. They fix everything.
Oh yeah.
We loaded pretty quick too.
Oh yeah.
I think that's the fastest load and got the hell out of there.
And everything in the right place, pretty much.
Yeah.
Like the one just thrown in there. Let's get the hell out of here.
Let's go.
So what time did y'all leave the track?
4:45.
Maybe somewhere in there.
Yeah.
And the bad thing is
Dedicated.
you just got done racing, so you're wide awake.
Yeah. Until you hit that road about 20 miles down the road, you're like, oh god damn.
And then that sun starts coming up.
It's
and-
130 miles of nothing.
Yeah.
Between Fort Worth and Wichita, ain't nothing there.
Oh man.
Just road.
Just road. Woo. Oh, so y'all went all the way up 35 and then
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cut off in Fort Worth.
gotcha.
287.
Gotcha.
One.
That's what it's like going to those new races that started coming up in Eagle Pass. Once you turn off 35, it's
Yeah.
just
Nothing.
nothing. I mean, you better have some gas. You better not have that zip tie problem.
Yeah.
Because you'll be calling in and you'll be waiting about a couple of hours for somebody to come
get
get you. Yeah.
Yeah.
But but you finally get there, and you do whatever, and you just want to drive the hell back. But immediately after you leave town, you're dead. It's like till we hit 35. Little towns here and there, but it's awful, man. But that's one of the new events if you ever want to
Eagle
go.
Pass?
Yeah, because that's where a lot of the.
Have you heard of Eagle Pass? I haven't. I mean, I think I heard one event.
They're
There.
they're doing a lot of. I don't know that they're all prepped, but there's a lot of guys from here, San Antonio on down. They've been the track's been growing out there. So, but I think it's only no prep because of the nature of the
Down
road.
Edinburgh area?
It's right across the street from the border.
But Eagle
That's
Pass
not
is
a
kind of
day
like
trip, Thomas. Don't
Eagle
get
Pass is
excited.
like
Well,
dead.
Edinburgh
dead.
ain't either.
Yeah, Eagle Pass is more like dead south of San Antonio, kind of in a way, kind of.
Yeah, so you
I mean,
go
that's
down,
dead west of San Antonio.
yeah, a little bit west at an angle. You're 7 o'clock.
So, but yeah,
Boom.
but I have been seeing Edinburgh. They've been hitting it pretty good.
Edinburgh,
They always
yeah.
get
Yeah.
down. They've been getting down pretty good. I mean, I think they even got a list too, or some kind of. I don't think it's something similar to what they're doing over here, but they got some type of list going on. So, people are
I
doing
think they
it
call
everywhere.
it blacktop racing or something like that on Facebook. And they usually try and advertise all the way up here to get cars to go down there. But yeah, it's like going to that event you went to. I mean, it's a drive, you get there and then you're like, I don't want to stick around. So you're doing a 24-hour awake, session.
Yeah, and those that's a pretty good haul going down that way too. So, but
Sievert and all those guys, they've done it. So last time we asked him, hey, did you stick around? He's like, nah, we drove all the way back. We just drove back. Like,
He's
Bringing
got
up-
something that keeps him awake though.
something.
Yep. So, talk about
Race fuel
Seaver.
leaks,
So this weekend, are you going to do the top end race? So there's a top end race. Matt
Sunday.
Tomato.
Yeah.
Tamayo. So he's got his event. So just a shout out to Matt. So I've seen he won an event. He won.
He
You
did.
think he won small tire at the LS Fest?
LS Fest, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought I've seen that.
I've
So-
seen some videos.
Yeah, I think he won a class, which is good.
Boy, them
Congratulations.
tires were hanging, but he's
Oh,
moving.
yeah,
Dude. He's
yeah.
moving.
Yeah, they hiking him up there. So that was a no prep race. So
Yeah, he had a lot of help, support. He had Biddle there, and he commented on.
yeah,
bunch
he had
of
a couple
guys to
guys
get
that
his
helped
car
out. So congrats to him. And so are you gonna run that event
Plan on it.
Sunday?
Yeah, Sunday morning I'll wake up and say, are we going?
Yeah. Be like, truck's been in the trailer all week. I haven't touched it. Yeah, let's go.
Does he have another barbecue thing going on Sunday?
I think so.
he did.
Yeah, I think so. He's doing like a rib thing. So
Yeah.
there you go, Jay. Go barbecue.
I ain't no barbecue guy.
Thomas?
I'm doing good. Just get back in the car after 2
I know, right? David, go bust the pit out there. Do some barbecue.
Thomas works me too hard.
Slave driver. Like I said, you can just all you gotta do is like what Thomas is put barbecue on and be good. Let it go.
Yeah.
Just
Throw it
touch
on there and flip it one time, and
You're done.
everybody can eat after that.
Yeah.
Just throw it out.
So okay, yeah. So there's stuff going on these next couple of weeks. So like I said, we talked about the previous event. You had. Let's talk about the Cedar Creek race. That I guess I don't know if you call it a race. I don't know what the hell happened, but did you
It
guys
rained
actually
out.
race? Oh, okay, got rained out.
yeah.
Okay, so Cedar Creek.
Where about is Cedar Creek?
That's up,
Dallas?
7 points.
It's outside
like northwest of Corsicana.
Corsicana. Yes. Okay. So it's up north, but how was that event?
Interesting.
Besides the fact that it got rained out, but did you even get there? Stuff was happening. Nothing. I mean, did they even try to make a pass?
What kind of cars did you run
I'm
up
gonna let
against?
David run on this one.
What kind of cars did they have? What kind of cars did they have there? All kinds of small tires, big
A
tires?
lot of trucks.
Lot of
trucks,
trucks.
wow.
Lot of Chevy Loves.
Really?
Yeah.
No
S10s.
advantage. No advantage.
We
I'm
found
fine.
every Chevy Love in the state at that
Yeah.
racetrack.
And every mullet in town.
Yeah.
So when you guys got there, right? It was happening. There was it on time? You know, they're going to do a race at X time. Blah 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 blah.
Wasn't on time. The guy said half of the people that was supposed to work for him didn't show up.
Oh, one of those dudes.
Jimmy, he got overworked.
Jimmy did everything. Jimmy
Yeah.
did tech. He did the start. He did everything.
Jimmy got overworked.
Yeah.
Jimmy was a tired man.
I think this was their first race for the year.
Yes.
Okay.
And they were trying to patch up the track.
When y'all were like there, when y'all were there.
Well, no,
Oh, during the week or
before
something?
this race.
Okay.
And it wasn't a good patch.
Yeah.
So then after this race, they had Pinhall come out there
Oh, really?
and do some milling on the track. And
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it was the best job done, but I don't know if it was because of money or
Yeah, they
concrete or what was going
Cut
on.
some
I'm sure
corners.
we'll find out.
cut some corners there, whatever happened. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll find out sooner or later. When we left there, we were not going back.
Is that right?
No.
Yeah.
And
You
then I
scratched
seen
off the
Pinhole there, and I was like, well, shit, maybe we are going back.
I got you.
And then the work that was done didn't seem very good.
I got you.
So
Like I said, they
I
cut
think
the
they're
corners,
trying to-
a money thing or something. It could be whatever, right?
I think they're trying to figure that out and take care of the problem.
Definitely a little outlaw track.
Outlaw track.
Kicked up a lot of junk on your tires. And
No, track was pretty clean. It's where there was divots and stuff. They poured some kind of self-leveling, like an epoxy,
Oh shit.
and it looked wet when we walked the track, and rubber didn't stick to it. And it was supposed to have been a real prep deal, and as soon as a truck would hit, it would smoke the tires,
Yeah.
bounce off the ground on this finish line.
God.
Oh crap. So
Damn.
pretty unlevel, right? So, but you know, again, first event, whatever. I mean, but even some of the there's just certain tracks that just can't. I mean, you just can't. I mean, maybe there's fast cars there. I don't know. I really don't know a whole lot about Cedar Creek. I've just seen it. I've seen pictures. I don't know if it's.
Tell you what, as an owner, I mean, I'm not an owner, but I guess when, I don't know if they're new owners or what, but they learn pretty quick after
I mean, you
some
would
other
think.
guys don't want to show
$1
back.
million later.
Yeah, that's the way it works right there. Like, oh shit, it cost more than I thought. You know?
Yeah.
Fuck it, I'm just gonna hide it. You know,
Yeah.
just come on anyway. You're like, fuck.
I think he hired them to come out there to do the work, and
That pinhole.
I don't think he got what he thought he was going to get.
I see. He just
I mean, there's a lot of
Variables for sure.
variables that could have been thrown in there. Now, yes, if they go out there and they level that track out and they cut it and make it good, you could probably have some pretty badass races out there.
I hear you.
It's all concrete, just got a little grass between the wall, and
Is that right? It's all concrete for most part?
every bit of it's
Yeah.
concrete.
Well, that's kind of a good thing. Just
Yeah.
need to grade it and level it and
Get that whatever that epoxy black stuff.
Get
they
that
had
shit
in
out of
there,
there.
get it out.
Wrong product, buddy.
yeah, that's like on glass, right? It's like glass, right?
And maybe level out the return a little bit. It had some choke holes.
Be like the old good
Yeah.
old Navasota and San Antonio.
San Antonio, man.
San Antonio racing.
Man, what the hell,
Yeah.
man? Shit.
Yeah, knock a
That
tire
scared
right
the
out.
shit out of me. Oh, man, I done
Yeah.
messed up a rim.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's that's always a good thing. If people don't bitch about it, they're not gonna know it. But so I mean, I'm sure they got some feedback. But
Just
So you-
definitely old school. Real old school.
Yeah.
is it like a Yellow Belly old school or Yellow Belly?
It was just kind of backwoods, let me say it that. There were banjos, I think, playing when we pulled in.
Hear him in the background. foreground.
Here, I thought we were backwoods. Obviously, we ain't that backwoods. I don't know.
No, it made Little
Oh,
River
that
look
that
like the
up
motor.
that way
Yeah.
up in that direction up towards.
Yeah.
That's not east, but it's kind of east. But yeah, that's when you get to the
So I kind of missed it a little bit when Yellow Belly, the event started. Did any of y'all go to that? I didn't hit that one. A lot of people went to that one.
Oh, there's a lot of people went to it. Yeah.
Some
And,
people
and
from
they run it. I mean
California?
that track. I mean that track is fast. It's just that's an outlaw track. That's like
That's unique, man. I mean, you've got
I'd never seen a track
Right
where
next
there's
to
a
your
60
window.
foot and you got like a car right there with like a little.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, somebody's making sandwiches at the 60 foot on the track.
Yeah, exactly. Or yeah, like, yeah, exactly. It's just unusual.
We've
But-
talked
touch it,
about going
you touch
100
the-
times every time there's a big event just to go see, and we've never made it yet.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's unique. Like I said, like I said, they get down, they get fast. It's good. I'm sure that, the people who put it on, they made some money. They made some money. They got good events. They made it popular, I guess you could say. So it's all good. So let's kind of roll into. I like to kind of go finish this off with more of we talked about you're going to finish, the Top Gun in the Nova. And then you rolled into what you're planning on doing with your project. You shared a little bit last time. Share a little bit more. What is your project?
yeah, I missed it. I was not here.
Yeah,
but
he
go
was not
ahead.
here, so
It's
listen.
another love.
A love.
Everybody's in love with these loves.
Gotta have
It's
no
all
love.
about the love.
What
man.
year is that?
I think it's 76.
Somewhere in there. Yeah.
Is it a two headlight?
Single-
Four
single
headlight.
headlight.
Single
What
headlight.
years are yours? What do you have yours? Do you have a white one?
Which one?
79, 80.
Yeah, he's got a couple.
81.
Yeah, no, I got rid of the 81.
What's different? The grills, I guess.
The grills and the older ones got vent windows and
Oh yeah, yeah.
solid windows
right, yeah.
on the side.
Gotcha.
Tail lights, just, yeah, they're all the same.
Do any one of those have a solid red or just like yours?
What's
One
that?
Like a yellow.
Oh, the
Now-
tail light.
Yeah, some of them had a solid red and just a reverse light. Then
Yeah.
they have a red, yellow reverse light. Then the 72 got round down in the bumper.
Yeah.
73, 74 has the rectangle.
They're all.
Down
So
at
there's
the bottom.
variations to them.
Yeah,
yeah.
but it's only lights.
I always
and
get confused when I
grill.
see your black truck. There's always another black one, and I'm like, oh wow, he's at that event, and it's not you.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh,
and I can tell
probably
usually because
George.
Yeah,
I can
George,
usually
yeah.
tell because of the hood. You know, it's always
Yeah.
different. Yours is
Well, mine's easy to tell
You
now.
just gotta look for the scratches.
yeah. Now I'm looking for one side, or is it two sides?
Both sides.
We got guardrail Ricky on one
There,
side.
there ain't no straight
Track
panel.
slide on the other side.
The
Yeah.
guy with the marker with the scratch and fix.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even try that.
Yeah, it's going to be a
So-
true back half. It's
Gotcha.
still going to have factory floor, factory firewall, factory location deal, chrome molly round two, ladder bar deal. Big tire, but I am building it if I need to put a small
Small
tire
tire.
on if I want.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
probably most of the time bracket race it.
What?
And then probably go and race
Do
the Top
some-
Gun class with it. I ain't yet figured out. I haven't yet. Ain't yet.
Hey,
Haven't yet figured out motor situation. I am wanting to try to run an NA deal.
So small
Either
block.
small block, 15 degree small block, or a big motor. So
Light trucks.
lightweight,
Lightweight.
Carbon.
High RPM.
everything.
So when you build your chassis for running big tire and small tire, do you just set it up mainly for the small tire and then just play with the offset, or you just start off with the shortened rear end already? And
I mean, the rear end's shortened anyways.
okay.
But yeah, you just have to make sure you get the right offset big wheel
What-
that
what-
a small wheel will fit too.
So what do you prefer, to go with the shorter rear or the wider one, a little bit wider, or
Well, I mean, it's got a 15 by 14 on it now with
Okay.
5-inch backspace. Now, if I go to a small one, it'll be
You
a
don't have a lot,
12-inch
yeah,
wheel with
with the less
like a
backspace.
3-inch backspace.
Right, exactly. And I've seen some guys, they don't, some guys,
That's what you got pretty much, right?
Yeah.
Similar, yeah.
Yeah.
So, and you basically, I guess the question was over the rear end length, the housing
Right.
length. Is it you like it narrow or
do you
wide?
prefer an advantage of
It
don't matter,
It's
right?
just more weight.
Yeah. Yeah. That's basically what it comes down
Mine
to.
right now is about this long. It's little.
Hate it when that happens.
No, this would be like you, Dave.
I wasn't
prefer
gonna
the
say
little
nothing, but it was.
got drum brakes.
So he's got a project coming on.
Yeah.
Dave's got his new setup. He's gonna be hitting some events. Do you have any outlook of outside of little hitters? Are you gonna run in July and August?
Don't know.
So on top of his little, he also bracket races, by the way. So he also got a dragster. So
Dude, really?
you gonna do some brackets?
Yeah.
Big block, small block?
Big block.
LS?
Nice.
We're conventional guys.
Do like what Mr. Glenn says. That's an import, right? That's
Import. Oh.
That's their imports.
How come he hasn't come on yet?
I don't know. I haven't
Can
had
you
to
get
talk
him
to
to talk?
him.
Can you get him to talk?
I'm sure we.
I mean, he's a nice guy.
I'm sure
I
we
like
can get
Mr.
him and Lloyd on here, but yeah, Glenn's probably not gonna have a whole lot of words to say. I mean, he might surprise you, but Glenn's busy, man.
Yeah.
So he stays
But
busy.
he's got a bunch of cool car projects that he also works on, not just race cars.
So I don't know if there's an update, right? I mean, their cars. I mean,
It's done. They're going to
They're going a little
little hitters.
Yeah.
Are they gonna do
They're
testing?
supposed to be running a little bit.
They got it running and got the trailer up on the.
You got the wheels changed, got
Yeah,
everything going.
yeah,
This is that
they're,
third
they're
gen.
ready.
Is this the third gen?
Yeah.
Third
Yeah.
gen. So he's gonna be out. So there you go. I mean, that's a
Third gen big
that's
motor.
it's
Torque arm
that's
cars?
new
Torque
that's
arm?
news
Yeah.
breaking news. That's breaking news, right? So
Yeah.
Is it still torque arm?
Yep.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yep.
you
It's
did
a-
it, or you did the front half. You did the front half.
I did the front half and I did a anti-roll in it, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. So maybe after the event we can get Lloyd out of his busy day and Glenn out of his busy day. Be glad to get those guys on. Hint, hint, hint,
It's
hint.
in the books, so David said he's going whether it's in an enclosed trailer or an open trailer or tow dolly. He don't care. He's going.
You get told on it. Hell yeah, fuck it. It's got to be there. Got to
Does
be
he
there.
still run his nitro setup, the way he has it set up? Nice.
Yeah. So he's, and all I can say is that for the motor he had from hell, it's been the same time. Last time I ran was in 17. That's the last time they ran too. It's a totally different package. Totally different.
Blew me away when I saw that. I'm like, whoa, wow.
So anyway,
That's nice.
they just need to go do some testing. That's all they got to do.
Yeah.
Um,
I think they're going to go down and test Thursday before the race.
of course.
So,
Yeah, they'll be busy next 2 days. Hopefully not.
They test them Thursday night?
yeah.
Is it getting paid, private, something like that, probably?
I'm
Well,
sure.
they're opening the gates for people to start parking on Thursday night because
Really?
there's a lot of guys coming from the Dallas area.
Holy fuck! Really?
So
Yeah.
we'll be down.
I know y'all gonna take y'all shit.
I know
down
me
there.
and David will gonna be down there with their motorhome Thursday.
We're prepaid parking.
Yeah. We're reserve parking.
That's bullshit.
Did they put a little number you can't park there?
Oh, yeah. It says,
Do not park
Track
here.
owner only.
yeah.
There you go.
That's one thing that sucks, but you show up there, man, and if
You
you
got
didn't
boonies.
make
Yeah,
an
you gotta get
agreement
out
to
there.
show up and park somewhere,
You got to
like,
be there Thursday or Friday.
Oh,
Shit,
there's
I like
several
it.
times we pulled up there and somebody
park.
parked in our parking spot.
And he
He will run them off.
How's the annual fee for that?
Yeah.
Your annual fee.
That's a non-disclosure.
Well, cool deal. I do like to say that these events that are coming up. I mean, it's. I mean, you guys you're gonna make it out.
I've been trying. I mean, I've got a lot of bunch of dumb stuff that I'm always taking care of. So
That's just excuses.
Yeah.
yeah, they're excuses. Yeah, they're legit excuses. I'm down. I'm almost like with Clark saying, "Hey, man, I'm a sandwich kind of guy," So
PB&J or
I can afford a 327, but I can't afford aftermarket shit. But,
Yeah.
But I definitely I do want to go because I want to take some video. I want to stuff
Yeah.
that that I haven't done in a while, but I want to get back into it and start putting more into the podcast.
Finish your projects, because there's gonna be other races, because I'm sure they're gonna have another one in the fall. Well, it's a picnic. It's in Dallas.
Well, no, they're having.
Are they having a mini bike race this weekend?
Have they been? Yeah, have they had the mini bike races?
I don't know. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it. I mean, they may. We just haven't decided. We just haven't. We haven't welded our freaking pegs. We put a bigger carb. Yeah, I may have to go to your place and get it going. But I've got a slick.
Here's an idea that I thought. Like I said, we need to go do a show at Jay's shop.
We need to. Yeah.
Just because my car's there.
There you go.
But I mean, it's just something to roll in. Everybody get familiar with the work. And by the way, that's Jay does the chassis work, and
Heck yeah.
always something that he does. He doesn't just do chassis. He does bolt work. He does a little bit of everything. So.
Jack of all, master of none.
We need to finish the header, his pegs. We didn't put the pegs on because the other bike you sound like a damn Harley motorcycle. So he's hauling ass like this and the legs extended, and that don't work when you have a bigger motor. So we kind of want to have the pegs right under the engine. So
some of those other they had like billet motors in them, man.
The guys out of San Antonio, they're not playing around.
Yeah.
Their stuff is on alcohol. They're running
like a Junior Jackson motor.
Dirt bike, big Makuni carburetors. They've got nasty compression. They got big. I mean, we're only like on stage 2. But yeah, and they're on a simple mini bike frame. But when they said, hey, he said, we're gonna do a pull start, and you got to run to the line. And
those guys can pull start.
Hey man, we don't pull start. This shit'll break arms off. So that's where I guess things. So we haven't been back because of that kind of stuff. So I don't know. I guess we'll play around. It's just to play around. The mini bike was just a thing to. We got it here. Yeah, we overpowered it. Let's just take it. And it was just too much. So
that's all about having fun. Like I said, that's what that's all about. So I have one final question for all of y'all guys. So when you guys line up. Is there somebody that you guys like to run, or who had the best race y'all ran against? When you ran Top Gun, anybody that you had
who would you like to challenge?
Who would you like to challenge, or who was your best race you raced against? How about that?
Man,
come on, man! You got to remember.
I couldn't tell you because I'm gonna be honest.
You're dead.
Most of them, I treat them. I didn't see them.
You never saw them. They don't matter, right?
They don't matter, right?
It's like who wants to race?
Garbs was the only one that come around me on the big end.
So do you remember all the people you ran?
I ran Dylan Hamilton first round.
That's Dylan's boy.
Yep. He was here. Yeah.
Who'd you run second round? Cause I knew Dylan. You beat him first round.
He wanted to drive his car here that day that we interviewed him.
Yeah,
but it was raining, so that's the only reason why he didn't drive over here.
I couldn't tell you.
Well, there you go. Man, a few words. No, like I said, I mean,
I don't know because I'm gonna.
Sometimes you get in the zone, you just like focus, right?
I made a race, come back, plug the charger in, unplug it, drive back down the line, race.
I'm the same way.
Plug the charger in. I mean, it was pretty easy stuff.
It worked.
Is there anybody that you like lined up against that you like? Okay, man, this is stiff. I like raining him, or close race.
No,
you run against a lot of people that are from up north, so you probably don't know a lot of folks. But
we race against them everywhere we go.
Yeah.
So you run against the same 30 cars at every track you pull into.
Yeah. That's kind of what I figured. Like I say, you're running to it's a little bit more It's
like more class racing.
More class racing, so all the racing are gonna come that same class style racing. So, I mean, there's stiff competition, right? So
I can tell you that my brother-in-law's probably been the only race that I've ever been real close at. Almost beating him, and still couldn't beat him. He'd probably be the only one that I really fear.
What car is that? Which one are you talking about?
Actually, the car he drives.
The car I'm driving right now.
So
when I had my third gen.
So David Pettigo and I see. It's totally off the subject. We probably talked about, it, but anyway, So Pettigo ran. That's what he's known for. He's been running bracket forever, and he's always like. I think I beat David once, and it was like the only time. I think I ran him like 3 or 4 times, but like once, and it was like him and Jonasek was, those are the when you bracket race. Like, God dang, got lucky or something, or they read it or something. Take the W, right? So, but anyway, so yeah, his brother-in-law that owns, that's a Nova, that's his. That he bracket
That's
races.
a nice clean Nova, man. I really
Well,
like
Jay,
it.
Jay redid the whole thing. That's a whole
Is that the one
ground
that
up.
had center lines, or had something else a while back?
That car would looked identical for probably about 25 years.
It looked like
was
80s.
the same
It looked like
car.
80s. Had an 80s.
It had stickers all over it, and it
That's the
had
one.
drag lights on it.
Yeah, drag
That's
lights.
it.
Yeah,
That's
it had
the
drag
one.
lights.
Okay.
That car was
For
like
15 years like that.
yeah, it was like
Had a lot of stickers on it.
Had a lot of laps on it.
a lot
Oh,
of
yeah,
that.
thousands,
I mean,
probably
that's,
thousands
and
of passes.
he would run that car 2 classes on
2
a
days
Saturday.
a week.
Had 2 days a week,
Yeah.
and at least about probably 15, 20 passes a weekend, maybe more, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it just
He runs Saturday night at
Prairie Hill.
Sketch Track,
Prairie Hill, yeah,
and then runs Sunday at
at Temple,
Little River.
yeah, yeah.
He did that every year for like 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, and he almost
That was
didn't
back when I first met Thomas.
He didn't want Jay to touch that car for the long. He said, don't touch it, because he wanted to go racing.
'Cause it was going good.
It was racing. It was racing.
It worked.
It was racing.
And we finally got it where it worked good now again.
Well, you won a class. So obviously, it's working good.
Question to you: who's somebody you race or somebody you would like to race and beat? How about that question? Is there anybody you want to take out? Another Love? Somebody? Anybody?
Camaro. No.
Camaro.
Camaro.
Maybe a white one after this weekend.
Ooh. Oh.
There we go.
And
Uh,
it took them 30 minutes to decide who won in one of the small trucks.
Was it one of the top end races?
No, it was that race at Wichita.
Oh, really?
They had a finish line camera, and between 2 people, it took over 30 minutes to make the judgment call.
Yeah.
Between
And
2 people. Really?
they called it by inches, and we lost. So
Really? Okay. Was it S10 Love?
And the Love. Turbo Love.
What color?
wow.
White.
Turbo White Love.
I don't even know the guy's name.
So that's a rematch you want coming. So you know you beat him. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Boom.
got
There you
that
go.
marked
Call
out.
out. Call out. Come to Little River.
No, the guys at Little River. Who would you
No,
want?
I don't.
You don't have nobody.
I think they, like I said, we run the whole same clique. It probably goes get one, take one, get one, take one. It's always like.
And you know about how fast everybody is. You know who's going to cut
Yeah.
a line, who ain't. I mean,
Yeah,
we've
that's-
raced them all.
That is like the
Yeah.
that's the report you get.
Yeah.
He can cut a light. You better do your job, man. Or,
Yeah.
or like the track's not gonna hold. We need to take power. They're gonna blow tires off.
Yeah.
It's always what it's called for.
So you already said going down the freaking. Yeah.
Like I said, you always need to have somebody doing some scouting,
Yeah.
or already, right? So, but it's always a bitch when there's that new person like, I don't know nothing about this guy. What are we running? We're going in blind. Put it all in.
That was kind of like me.
Put it all
going
Put
out
it all
there.
in. Yeah. What's that?
That was kind of like me going out there.
Well, I mean, you
The only
run-
ones
you-
that knew that car was Kenneth and them because they've been around bracket racing.
Yeah. What?
Two more
what's Kenneth-
races,
what's-
and it'll be break time, I guess, for a little bit.
Yeah, like I said,
Bracket time.
well, like I said, July and August are usually the nothing happens anyway. I don't
Yeah,
know.
because we got the birthday bash, and then
Oh, the Leo race.
Leo's birthday bash, and then Ennis.
There's got to be something else going on between then, like
There always is.
Yeah,
They
there's
said
gotta
they're
be
going to start doing them nitro shootouts, little 6-car, 4-car shootouts.
Well, let's talk about real quick, like XRP, because they've got another big Jake race coming in. Doesn't he come back?
Big Jake's in
That was
the
already
fall.
happened. Okay. Oh, it's in the fall.
Oh no, they have one this summer.
Yeah, I thought so.
Trigger Man.
Yeah,
and
so
Big Jake are
there's
doing it.
man, it's so. If you look at XRP, if you don't go look at their schedule, like they pop one up like bam, like every week.
Yeah.
There's something going on. So there's gonna be something going on between Leo August until like the picnic. There's gonna be something going on. So would you run something else other than maybe not like other than because there's index racing. If you go look at XRP, they had one like this weekend, I think, like a 580, 60,
Yeah, David
70.
went and ran that index, that 580 index, I don't know, 4 or 5 months ago, something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah. So anyway, there's always something going on.
So out of this crew, putting you back in, you want to disclose anything at any given point when you're going to be coming back to the track?
I
Or
don't know.
anytime
Whenever. I'm
soon?
like I said, I told Jay, I'm not in no hurry.
I
Just
guess as soon
whenever.
as I'm done.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
I mean, like, I mean,
the big
I'm
ones,
not, you know,
the
whenever it
white
happens,
cars.
like I said, I told you that.
It's,
Whenever it
it's
happens, it
fixing to
happens.
get taken care of next week.
Whenever it happens, you know, we'll make some hits. I gotta go hit. I gotta go make some test hits. So I don't, you know, you might not do nothing.
We'll test at the race. Don't worry about it.
Nah, that's yeah. Typically
Take it over
the
there.
day before.
What are you saying?
Yeah.
The day before.
So why'd y'all change the motor?
to go race this race.
Oh,
So we get to go race something. I mean, it's one of those deals. You're like, you know, there's no reason why we're just waiting for X. There's no reason for the way we got the other motor there. Just put it in, and that's what we're doing. It's just gonna go around like 7.0 or something. I mean, it's not 7.0 or something. So
Do something, though.
Just matter going, just go racing.
it
Like
Yeah.
I said, it's a
run
matter.
faster than that on that bottle.
Did you see
Putting them on the spot.
What are you
boy.
talking
It's like,
So I need nitrous. So I'm gonna hit y'all up if I need nitrous.
Don't worry, we got plenty of it.
Yeah,
I
we
know
got
y'all
that taken
I'll hit
care
you
of,
up, so. So that's basically, you know,
Matter of fact, be going to Waco tomorrow or the next day.
God damn, you already out. Y'all done had like 15 mother bottles.
They're empty.
God damn.
go
There
through
you
it
go.
quick.
Yeah,
Been
just go
racing.
through them. You race and you go through them. So, well, hell, I
It's
might
just
able
a
to get
little
what you
more,
pick me up one day. We'll talk about
It's
that
just a
later.
little motor you got just to go play around. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, it'll take some nitrous, but
Just a little 283.
yeah,
Yeah, 2 old journals.
yeah. I mean, that was the plan. Like I said, just run like 7.0. Like I said, there was nothing but. So we found an old junky converter. We'll play with that because that converter we had in there was always too loose. So, I mean, we had a converter back there from like '98 or something, old TCI. So we'll see.
Thomas?
Yeah.
That's not. Like I said, Thomas, like he could vouch for it. One of the most inexpensive converter lasts the longest, right?
Yep. That was from 11, and it was a Trans King.
The Trans King out of
What?
Houston. Yeah,
And it-
Trans King. Yeah, that's the one of the converters I had, but it's just too loose. But anyway, yeah. So Thomas had that one for a long time.
Was it the ones that they built down in
It was right.
South Austin? They used to.
Oh,
No,
True Blue.
That was
True
True
Blue.
Blue.
Yeah.
I used to have a couple of them cut my
Yeah.
converters over, but this was wasn't that a place? It was True Blue too, right?
What's that?
The converter you had. The
Trans King.
Trans King. I'm sorry.
Transky. Well, the one down there. I mean, I remember there was a guy that worked for him, and he did a lot of. He would cut
Yeah,
them
True
open.
Blue. They always paint them blue too.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
he's like, man, these guys they build them for the monster trucks. I'm like, monster. He goes, yeah, that's where we sell. I said, nobody really using them on the drag race. It's like, no, they're all going in a monster truck, and they got to hold up for them big ass,
Yeah.
motors. And I'm
Yep.
like,
They used to. All they did was just cut them, inspect them, weld it back up, boom, and
Yeah.
that's all they. They didn't like.
whatever you want to know, man. I'll adjust those fins. Just bring your shit in. I was like, really? That's cool to know, man.
Yeah, True Blue. That's right. Yeah, down off of it was off of not
Burleson.
Burleson.
What are they-
Burleson.
Yeah. With that needle nose plier, and he want to pull his teeth and shit.
Oh, that was. Changed
There you
the
go.
fins.
That's 44.
Change the fins around. Yeah, that's funny. But yeah, Thomas will tell you, like I said, them converters. You had that one that didn't last a race, did it? So
gone.
put the old reliable back in it. Been in there for
And it's
10
been
years.
in there
beat on
till
for
the other
years.
day.
Beat the shit out of it. So like
I'd
I
like to
said,
see what it looks like inside.
Yeah,
well, like I said,
I bet that stays.
yeah, because you took that one out and actually put another one in. Finally,
Yeah.
it finally bit the bullet, and I'm assuming that it fixed your problem.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
So let me ask you one question. So going into the no prep thing, what have you learned so far with suspension setup? Because you have your setup mainly for like a track. It's low. You don't. Well, I don't know. Do you
Yes.
have the long extension shocks now, or
yeah.
so you've actually had to adapt to keep that tire from
The truck's set up to squat,
yeah.
but
But
kind of
it's not.
what we've
It's low.
seen.
It's low. So does it squat a lot? It doesn't have a lot of.
Oh, yeah.
It does.
If you look at some of the passes
Yeah.
on no
It
prep,
squats and the front end comes up, but you notice a lot of people are setting up like radials and running no prep. So
it's all about the changes, and if you got the shock, you can do it, I guess.
Right.
We got some testing to do.
But I mean, what y'all got now, what you have now, it you figured out. I mean, you can see it makes it down pretty good.
Yeah.
So be a player. Be a player.
How big of a shock, I mean, of a change did you have to do when you went to those crazy shocks that you normally
On the
just-
front.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty big,
Yeah.
pretty.
Had to change down bars, but that's back when we put factory frame back in it and stuff like that. So
Yeah. So it did a lot of work. Yeah. So, and like you said, Chase, going from a radio, or I should say like a prep to no prep, yeah, that's a lot of.
Yeah, he says, fuck it, I ain't changing.
I tell you, it ain't worth
We
it.
struggled on a slick for a long time before we put a radio on
Right.
it.
Yeah, but I mean, they're getting that dialed in, so there's no reason to go back in.
No, it's like it finally runs. Why change it?
Yeah. So, but Thomas don't mind working. Thomas is the the Friday before
Last
the race kind of
minute.
guy. Here goes a story, right? Here goes a story, right? I'll end it with this. I think it was one that you had an accident where you front halved it. What was the time before we went to San Antonio, when we pulled that all nighter before we went to San Antonio that one time? We were at Russell's and you like did the transmission when we changed the gear set.
oh shit.
You did something. It was like a whole. And Thomas was planning to go to this event for like 2 months, and then it was like coming
You
down,
changed it
coming
up
down,
at
coming-
And we did it all
yeah, it was like
2 days
it
before.
was like on
Oh,
a
yeah.
Thursday. He started it. He did some front halved, you know, and then you changed the gear set. Something with the wiring was out of it. We did some
And
wiring.
then we changed up all the anti-roll,
Changed
everything
up all the
in the back.
anti-roll.
and-
Dude, it was.
It's a whole different truck,
So
man.
it
it
was
was-
like Friday morning. Worked all. Oh, it was Thursday, and I think I went over there one time. It was Friday, and then all night we were so tired. They were doing the gear set. I was just watching. They were doing the gear set. And we're like, you're trying to count the shins, and we're like lost. We're like, we're too tired. We don't even know.
It was delirious.
We're
We
like,
couldn't even.
dude,
We're all looking at these
Dude.
clutches and measuring, and we're like,
Dude, it's like
"What?
we had to sit
it don't make sense no more."
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
he actually finally they actually got it in, finished up, did the anaerobe. Yeah. We put the arc module on there. I think that's when we put
Oh, yeah.
we popped the yoke up, put the speed sensor.
Oh, yeah.
Did all kind of crap, and then when you got it back, it had forward gear, but it had. Well, there's something happened. They didn't lock the
Oh, the
park ball?
parking pole.
Park and Paul was. Tom said, "Fuck it, dude." I think he loaded up like at 6 that morning. It was so we all go home. We all get ready. We're going to San Antonio.
Yeah.
We had to go to San Antonio, and then I think I got home, took a shower, and I called you. Hey, where you gonna be at? And then I was like, oh shit, I fell asleep. But it was like for like 10 minutes. So they haul ass down there. We all get down there like no sleep.
Damn.
It was like everybody's delirious. But I think you went a couple rounds.
I think that's when it slammed down
The
and
wheel stood, didn't it?
It might have been another time, but because when you put those 158s in it like calmed it down, and you like
Yeah.
made some good passes. Like it was like the transmission was like, cause I think you had to pull it back out and fix that
oh yeah, the parking
park
pole.
pole. So it was.
Hell, then it got to a point where it locked and it wouldn't unlock.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
In the staging lane.
In the staging
Oh
lanes.
yeah.
Put it in neutral and it stayed locked. You rock it back and
Man,
forth.
we
and-
rocked that truck back and
Dude.
forth, and I got underneath it, and I was messing with the arm, and
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden, pop! It just,
Don't put it apart.
it's like
The
don't put it back
spring
apart.
Yeah, that was one of his like all nighters. So Thomas is good about doing all nighters. That's just a funny story. Like I said, we were sitting there like looking at each other like, I don't know, man. We're like tired. It was like 4 a.m.
I don't know how you can concentrate and put that damn helmet on, man. You're already buzzed, tired, and that thing's squeezing. You're like,
yeah,
I don't
it
know how
was-
you can do that, man. Just,
That's like Thomas's
Don't
forte.
touch
That's
the
what.
truck.
That's like it has to be like last minute. There's no other way.
Whenever I get ready and I'm like
Yeah.
a day ahead of time, it don't never work.
And,
It's always a problem.
so we're gonna make it rush every time. So anyway, that's funny. Like I said, that was just a funny story I had to share. 'Cause like I said, there's probably many like
right.
Oh,
Well, I'm
yeah.
sure it's not
driving
just.
on autopilot. Many
I'm sure it's
times.
not just Thomas that does that. I'm
Oh,
sure there's
yeah,
always
yeah,
one
yeah,
guy
yeah,
that's been
yeah,
here that
yeah,
says,
yeah, right, yeah.
"I've
No,
done
I think
worse."
it's just
Yeah.
Thomas.
Yeah.
No, it's just Thomas.
I mean, there's Thomases that do like an all nighter, but they have like
Thomas
a 2 weeks to spare.
Oh, yeah.
It's like an all nighter with Thomas is like 24 hours spare.
We've been at radio races where guys pull in with engine hoists in their truck and the motor sitting back there, and they'll put them in at the track.
Yeah. So there's die hard. You know, the die hard man, die hard.
And there's many of them that I just said, fuck it, I ain't going.
Yeah.
I ain't
I
got
was
no
like,
sleep.
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this.
I walk out there, look at it, and say, nah, we ain't doing it this time.
It's too much.
Yeah. That's been several occasions, but
I'm gonna go watch.
Yeah, that's some of the things. Sometimes it's always better just go watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
It's amazing what you see when you don't
when you
have a
sit
car
back,
there.
yeah, when you sit back and finally have time to look at a race instead of you're jamming and doing your crew stuff, right? So it's nice, like I said. But like for me, it's like I'm tired of watching for a little bit, so just do something. So anyway, with all that being said, guys, I do appreciate it. Like I said, we just want to follow up with your win. Congrats. You know, obviously these guys are gonna have some wins soon. You know,
These are the Paul and Buck show
this is the crew.
that we always watch out for, and we always come back and gather
Yeah,
our
and
feed.
then we're gonna get back with Dylan. Dylan was gonna make an appearance, but he's a busy man. He stays pretty busy, so we're gonna get him back in too. So, as well as a few other guys I got lined up. So again, with hopefully Decker and a few other guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna reach out to
So
the
anyway,
message again.
we're gonna rock and roll. We're gonna end, and again, appreciate you guys coming out. Be on the lookout for new episodes, and again, June 2nd and 3rd, Little River Dragway, Little Hitters, Top Gun. Shout out, what's the name of the event?
Bar none fade.
Bar None Fade Off. There you go. Okay. Episode 8.
That's invite only.
That is an invite only. So, and again, if you guys are listening, Sleepy, Boogie Woogie, you guys need to come on the show too. So,
Still waiting.
yeah, there's always something going on.
Don't be scared.
Don't be scared.
Yep.
All right, guys, we're gonna wrap it up. You guys say peace and be on the lookout for new episodes. Until next time, peace.
See y'all.
Peace.
Peace.